Leadership is a fascinating topic that raises the question, are some people born leaders, or is everyone called to lead? This presentation explores the nature of leadership and challenges common beliefs. Welcome to the Insight Room course on leadership. This isn't just another talk about leaders and followers. It's a mirror, a challenge, and a call to something greater. Let's explore stillness, clarity, and growth together. Before we dive in, let's ponder a question. Was Jesus a born leader, or was he chosen and shaped for a specific purpose? If the greatest leader wasn't born a leader, why do we believe anyone else is? This course explores whether leaders are born or if everyone is called to lead. We'll delve into dynamic leadership, biblical wisdom, and the importance of self-leadership before leading others. The belief that some people are born leaders while others are followers can excuse some from responsibility and place others on a pedestal. But is this belief the whole truth? True leadership begins inside. It's about heart, character, motive, and temperament. Who you are when no one is watching reveals your leadership capacity. Leadership is not about ruling or controlling, it's about serving. The greatest leaders in history were the greatest servants, giving more than they took and building others up. True leadership requires submission to God, authority, accountability, and the people you serve. Without accountability, power becomes abuse, and respect creates safe cultures. Men often resist submitting to others, insisting on ruling instead. This leads to chaos in homes, workplaces, governments, and churches, where pride replaces submission. Who decided that some are leaders and others are followers? In real life, people don't remain in one role forever. Leadership is dynamic and responsive to context. Leadership moves with context. Whether you're a soldier, student, or quiet one, leadership is not fixed to a person but assigned to a moment, adapting to the needs of the situation. Distributed leadership means leadership doesn't belong to one person alone. It emerges within a group, depending on who has clarity and responsibility in that moment. Situational leadership is responsive, not rigid. Today's leader may step back tomorrow to support someone else with clarity. Leadership adapts to the demands of the moment. Leadership styles reflect our unique wiring. We all lead differently, but everyone carries the capacity to lead. Different styles don't mean one is better than the other. Your motive for wanting to lead says more about your character than your qualifications. Are you driven by power and status, or do you seek to serve and uplift others? From a spiritual perspective, God chooses and then prepares leaders. He doesn't only choose those who appear ready but often selects and then prepares them for their calling. Moses didn't believe he was a leader due to his speech impediment and past. Yet, God chose him to confront Pharaoh and lead a nation out of slavery, preparing him for his purpose. Moses was appointed by God, not by ambition. He appointed elders to share leadership, showing that wisdom is knowing when to delegate and seek help. David was overlooked by others but chosen by God. Leadership is not always visible to others. Sometimes, only God sees what you carry within you. Gideon saw himself as the weakest, yet God delivered a nation through him. Your opinion of yourself is not the final word on your leadership capacity. Moses, David, and Gideon teach us that qualification isn't required for leadership, willingness is. David shows us that being overlooked by people doesn't mean being forgotten by God. Gideon reminds us that our weakest moments may be where our calling begins. God has the power to appoint and remove leaders. Saul was anointed king but later rejected due to pride and disobedience. David was raised from the field, showing that character matters more than title. True leadership is about character, not position. Leadership often begins with responsibility. As people grow, they become more focused and responsible. Life challenges us to rise, and leadership is formed under pressure, leading to the emergence of true leaders. Leadership is for those ready to share themselves. Reflect on whether your leadership is about your growth or the growth of those you lead. Are you building others up or just your own platform? Aim to leave people better, not dependent. Leadership is mentorship for future generations. Doing it for yourself gets you a career, but doing it for others builds a legacy. A man without vision is dangerous, but leading for our children's children creates a lasting legacy. You cannot be first everywhere. In different settings, others will carry authority, and that's okay. At home, you may lead, but at work, you follow. Humility means knowing your role and excelling in it, understanding that leading everywhere leads nowhere well. We cannot all lead at the same moment. Coordination requires a point of direction, preventing confusion in critical moments. Structure allows growth, but it doesn't mean others are incapable or have no contribution. Leadership requires structure, not superiority. Before leading others, we must learn to lead ourselves. Our thoughts, emotions, discipline, and decisions shape who we become. Every choice is a vote for the kind of leader we aspire to be. Ask yourself honest questions for personal reflection. Are you leading your thoughts or are they leading you? Do you respond to challenges with maturity or emotion? Are your daily habits building the leader you want to become? Are leaders born or are they those who are willing? True leaders submit to accountability, change situations with good character, and listen well. They stand for what's right, even when it costs them, believing in the contributions of those they lead. Support good leaders because how we treat them today teaches others how to treat us tomorrow. Leadership is a burden and privilege. Offer honest feedback, protect their reputation, and challenge wrong decisions without undermining the person. Leaders are shaped and molded through trials, failures, mentorship, and faithfulness. They are not manufactured in a moment but formed through pressure, revealing their true character and strength. Everyone has the ability to lead, but not all lead at the same moment or in the same way. This is not a limitation but a design, allowing for diverse leadership styles and strengths. Mature leadership involves knowing when to step forward and when to step back. Stepping forward requires courage, while stepping back supports others. This balance is wisdom and true leadership. Leadership is not a fixed title but a response exercised responsibly. It's about stepping forward when needed, with courage and care. Both leading and supporting are essential to effective leadership. The question isn't who is a leader or follower, but whether you will step forward when responsibility calls. Leadership is about taking action when needed, embracing the challenge and opportunity. History remembers people for their character, not their titles. Figures like Jesus Christ, Nelson Mandela, and Martin Luther King Jr. are remembered for their courage and vision, showing that character is what truly matters. God chose Moses but also held him accountable. Leadership involves responsibility, and higher callings require greater accountability. God knows how to choose and groom leaders, emphasizing the importance of accountability. It's our fault if leaders enrich themselves without accountability. We must groom them well, hold them accountable, and speak up when necessary. Leadership requires integrity and responsibility. The idea that leaders are born serves to protect the powerful and silence questioning. Leadership is shaped, accountable, and removable, challenging the notion that it is ordained or untouchable. Leadership is a dynamic concept, emerging based on context, moment, and responsibility. It's not a fixed trait but one that adapts and grows with circumstances. Understanding this fluidity is key to embracing leadership in various forms. The conclusion of our course challenges the notion of